Bradadiah just continuing with the Nexuses. This time, no forge up there. But, yeah, down here on the bottom left-hand side, we just saw him take one series against a Zerg player. See if he could do another. It is Bradadiah.
And his opponent in the top right-hand spawn position, representing Outset Gaming and ASL itself. It is the green Zerg, Kommatiazo. I didn't even realize he was in my clan.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that, man.
Nice teamwork.
I know, great teamwork.
Camaraderie. Yeah. He doesn't even have a forge on the cannon.
Endersword, is he going to build a cannon is the question.
No, he's not, because he doesn't have a forge.
There's no pylon.
Okay.
There's no pylon, man.
But that's okay.
So I'm kind of intrigued by this double pylon next to the gateway. Yes, you're keeping okay. I mean, I feel like it's kind of the where else do I put it? Yet at the same time, at this level, you could do a sentry to be able to force field off that little area, but I don't know if you want to really rely on that.
Yeah, it's a little odd to do it that way, but he is safer this time around, kind of. He will get a pylon up. These two lings will be able to skate their way in there for some scouting, which is annoying. But it's
really
not
nice.
the end of it's not the end of the world.
Well, it's a situation where Bradadiah doesn't know if more lings are coming, so he has no map control, so he has to keep the zealot there. He can't pull the zealot away.
Yeah, so it lets you be obnoxious. He's actually not scouting, going after these probes here instead. Two of them down for just a little thing like this is quite good. We'll go after a third probe. Getting that. And another one? Go to the other one? No, not yet.
Watch as he gets the pylons and the zealot never git pulled.
Yeah.
And for over on the other side for Kommatiazo, I mean 3 base. I believe it was hatched then pooled on third base, and this is going really well for him. Just getting up his economy up with Queen's Oil. He harasses and he even gets a ling out just to go to a Zelnaga tower and hang out for a while, I presume. So this is looking great for Kommatiazo. Now there's a little time where he's got to be scared of some sort of this early pressure that we've seen out of Bradadiah at least last game. But at the same time, Bradadiah didn't really play it out too well, and I feel like if Kommatiazo doesn't make any control errors, he'll be in a fine position.
Yeah, it was a lot of it in the last game was really just the pylons getting caught, and the fact that that Ling did survive and is controlling the watchtower might make it harder to get one actually up. There's also for whatever reason, and I think it was just having the 2 Lings in the base, the actual warp gate is fairly delayed.
Yeah, definitely that warp gate is delayed. I don't know if it was the Lings in the base. I'm not sure where that was.
It was because he was getting a stalker and
you're
at the
right.
same time, so he didn't get it. Yeah.
No, right as you were saying, I was like, oh wait, it's a stalker.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that stalker that early stalker actually really nicely enough will deny this. Actually, won't deny the scout. Get rid of the overlord though, which will supply block Kommatiazo. Now Kommatiazo is only on Ling tech right now. He does have double gas as a natural, and getting up double Evo chamber. Actually, Evo chamber Roach Warren. So this is going to be an interesting hold. I'm guessing we're going to see Bradadiah not move out until he gets that Immortal again, going for the Robo facility. But with that natural base was actually denied mining time for a little while. And I'm kind of curious how this is going to affect his play. I feel like Kommatiazo is actually going to be in a fine position to defend it. I mean, he's already getting spine crawlers up.
Yeah, he's seen the pylon. He knows everything that could happen here. He really is just still in the driver's seat at this point. He delayed speed by a lot, but it's just not going to matter because there's not going to be anything he needs it for until it's done, basically. Yeah. So he will kind of get this going. Like you said, he's getting the spines up. Road speed, the +1 attack for range, so he's going to be moving more into Roach here. And Bradadiah just kind of, not looking to take a third yet. He's actually throwing down 3 more gateways.
He's really committing to this, unlike the previous game we saw against Trigonal. he didn't quite commit to it this much, but the thing is that Kommatiazo's already going to be prepared. And to boot, I was going to say, it's kind of a funny situation if you think about it. You're making Immortals to counter the Roaches. And then they're like, all you can make is Roaches as Zerg, so you just got to pump out even more. But off of 3 bases, it's going to work out even better. I think the best thing that we could have seen out of Bradadiah is actually go for the 4-gate, like he was going to, he pretty much set himself up for, but then never actually followed through on. And is Kommatiazo actually going to scout this army? I'm sure he will, because he has both Xel'Naga towers. He's going to see it before it even touches him. And I'm guessing he's going to be completely ready. He does not want to lose these 2 Roaches, though. Even 2 Roaches are important to this army composition that he has.
Yeah, for sure. The Roach speed is about to finish, so they're going to get away from there easily enough, especially once they hit creep. And with the army coming, that is a big deal. The 2 Immortals, the 3rd one is not underway. 3 spines are actually already up for Kommatiazo. The Warp Image coming here.
One spine's actually blocking this little roach.
Oh, he's going to get one of the Immortals right off. Yeah. Loses some Roaches for it, but that is still a big pickup. Actually doesn't even lose all of them.
And what's even better is there's also a Spore Crawler at this 3rd base. Stalker's moving in first, but 3 Spore Crawlers do 2-shot these Stalkers. Stalker's moving back out of position. Now the Mothership Core may actually get shot down by this Spore Crawler, and it will get killed by the Spore Crawler. Big pickup for Kommatiazo. Lots of Roaches. Force Fields will actually be able to get, the army will be able to get out, but these Roaches now have Roach speed and a decent amount of creep they can run off of on, and this is going to be a little bit crazy, or it's not scary for Bradadiah to retreat from.
Yeah, and with the force fields mostly gone here, he's not going to be able to hold this off. Kommatiazo, though not really forcing the issue, will back up, try and get another defensive line actually reestablished here. He's got to know that all he has to do is hold this, and he's miles ahead. Roach is coming out, trying to get a kind of pre-concave, baiting out baiting out force fields and then just backing up again. Some on the move command, though, do get picked off.
Yeah, and now we see the Spire coming down for Kommatiazo. I feel like with the Roaches he has right now and the amount of economy, he's fine, but yes, trying to play it safe. And on the other side of the map for Bradadiah, going for a 3rd base, but I mean, it's a 3rd base, and Blink's on the way. He's kind of trying to stabilize into this, and he actually does have a lot of workers, but at the same time, he's been behind so long while Kommatiazo's got a very nice force and some nice force fields actually pushing it back, but Kommatiazo's going to be able to overwhelm very soon with a 50 supply lead.
Yeah, Kommatiazo actually being really, really cautious with the engagement. I think he could have obliterated in that one, but wasn't sure and wanted to pull back again. There's no reason necessarily for him to force the issue. He could have crushed the army, so it does get to live, but I guess he's just playing it super, super safe and relying on the, Spire switch potentially to do a lot more damage.
Yeah, and on the other hand, for Bradadiah, he's really kind of relying, I'm guessing, on these Blink Stalkers. Now, he's not used Blink in the previous game I casted, but still for Bradadiah, all his gas is going into those Stalkers, not Immortals and not Sentries. And Sentries are you need them desperately in these gateway situations when you're facing Roaches. But he's deciding not to get them and put them all into Stalkers. So he's going to have to be able to do some really good Stalker micro to really make this pay off if he's going to stay on this tech switch. And yes, that'll be good versus the Spire, but still at the same time, so much Roaches are really good. And also the 3rd base right now for Bradadiah, a little bit of a Ling run by. It's good. I think it's going to completely slaughter.
Yeah,
we'll get cleaned out. But
yeah, we'll get washed up there, not even getting one of the cannons, unfortunately. So, good cleanup there.
Sorry about that right there. Trying to eat my last bit of rice. I haven't eaten in like 10 or 12 hours, and I was like, I'm really, really hungry. Food.
Infestation Pit is coming down now for Kommatiazo as 14 mutas are about to hit the sky, and they could be quite devastating. They kind of put the player to a decision of, are you going to attack me, or are you going to run around trying to defend these mutas that are going to go everywhere?
He does have Blink Stalkers, though, and the amount of Blink Stalkers he has can really deal with a large muta cloud. He's got to be careful, though, because no Archon tech, and as I was saying, all his gas has been going into that. He does have a little bit of a gas bank, though.
Yeah, he's going to get... I think he's going to pull him into the main. Either pull him to the 3rd for the army and then attack the main with the mutas, or attack the main with the mutas, pull the army back, which he is doing now, and then go after the third with the main force.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you want to do as Midas. The only time your opponent knows they're there is when they first end up in the main base, and at the same time for the third base, the attack coming in, 2 cannons. Cannons won't be enough. There's a couple of zealots. They're not looking good, though. Pure Roach and Ling's doing a lot of damage here, and actually a big drone or probe transfer will not really be taken out. But they're going to be really scared. I'd love to see these Roaches go onto the top right-hand side and actually cut these drones off. Sorry, these probes, my bad. But, I mean, this is terrible. A couple Roaches are delaying the army of Bradadiah, but as long as Kommatiazo can side with third base, if he can slaughter all these probes, he's in a fantastic position. It is currently 59 workers to 20.
43 workers were just killed in that assault.
Oh, wow.
Everything is taken down. Yeah.
A nice fling forward, but it's actually exposing the back of the army. Will Kommatiazo actually... Oh, he will not capitalize off that, and actually loses the entirety of his army. And off the back of this, I mean, supplying with more Roaches, but he does not want to do a meat grinder into this army. They will die one by one. For a moment there, Kommatiazo actually could do something awesome, but just to speak about what's happening in the main base, more Stalkers actually being loaded in, but tons of workers going down. And, the robotics bay could not be canceled. I think these Midas should actually get out of there for now and not lose those chances. Or not cut the losses.
Yeah, they will back away, but got a good number of basically everything.
Up in flank, we'll catch this Colossus out of flip position.
Yeah, the army kind of in desperation mode now here. Blink Stalkers trying to come in. Will get a cancel on this upgrade, or at least if they turn around and shoot it, which they are not.
Both the Mortals are going to be sniped. 62 Lings on the way. I mean, these Lings alone probably could do it, but Roach is engaging from the back of the armor of Bradadiah. And from the ramp, a little bit nice blinks out of the way, though.
Yeah, now trapped. The Vipers, too, are there. Could Blinding Cloud this entire group whenever they felt like it. The whole army is going to be going down. And good game, well played, is called there by Bradadiah.
Welcome back to ASL, and I believe this is Defender League. Am I correct? Yes, I'm right. All right.
You're in the right place.
I'm in the. I haven't been casting. Right. This is Initiate, man. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
In the top right-hand corner of Expedition Lost, up 1 game currently, playing some pretty strong Zerg macro style. It is the green Zerg player representing Outset Gaming and ASL itself. It is Kommatiazo. Woo! Woo! Hype! Hype! Woo!
Yay! And his opponent once again lining that pylon up by the ramp. He is our purple Protoss player. He is Bradadiah.
And with the lack of scouts from Bradadiah, okay, Kommatiazo, if no one saw, is doing a proxy hatch. Yep. And with the lack of scout from Bradadiah, it may actually go off undeterred. And this could be very, very scary, especially with him being like, I'm going to go Nexus, then Gate. Oh, he will actually scout right there, scouts it off about half health and starts working on it, but that's going to be able to finish. And I mean, this starting style for Bradadiah, consistently doing this game after game, is not favoring him that well. I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, it does kind of leave you vulnerable to this sort of thing of your opponent's going to know they can't do much about this. He's not going to pull probes to deal with it, but he doesn't have a forge or a second gateway coming either. He's kind of treating this very normally right now, like, oh, that's the hatchery.
I mean, that's his starting base, the mineral. It's like a really small map. I don't know why Blizzard put such a small map on the map pool. But, I mean, going for the Cybernetics core now, he is chrono boosting out the Zealot to start working out, but the Queen's going to be out in double Ling. Or what am I saying? Double Ling. 6 Lings.
Yeah.
Double, I guess.
Double,
I don't even know what I'm saying. Double 2. What?
Don't know. But it is, but either way, there's Lings out.
Ooh, no. It's going to be a little bit hard to deal with. He's got to wait just for a minute for Kommatiazo to get some more Lings out. He needs just literally 2 more Lings, and this Queen is going to be perfect. Now he can get it out and start pressuring the Zealot. Oh, almost he get it caught up against that wall, but it's going to be running around for a little while.
He let him in.
Ooh, very nice actual micro right there. As long as he can not let anything in. Oh, we'll see the pylon go down, but nothing extra to let it in. And Probe will be taken out. Another Zealot coming out. Now there is, how many Lings right now? 10 Lings, and the Queen is out. Ling will start working away. I'd love to see a Spine Crawler go down.
Yep, Queen
The
there
Zealots
did
are
not,
like, let's engage. No, crap, let's not engage. No, let's engage.
Queen actually going for the creep tumor instead of the inject, now going for the spine crawlers with this as well.
I would love to see that Queen start working on that Zealot before the next Stalker gets there. That's going to go, maybe not shut it down, but it's going to be very hard. If they get this gateway, it's going to be really big, though. We see a Forge actually going down and another gateway. Right now, Bradadiah has a ton of minerals. He's not been macroing through this to keep trying to make any probes at all. While on the other side of the map for Kommatiazo, he's macroed through it and is a fine base and is committing to this pressure. Gateway goes down, too, and that Zealot's not going to do anything hand out right there. You guys can't get through right here. I was told to do this, and you will not get through.
Yeah, now good surface area on the Cybernetics core. It's not going to end up having Warp Gate finish.
Ooh, not even canceled either.
Mothership core does get out there, but Spine's there defending the Queen. A second Queen is out. Will start to go to work on the Mothership core. Will go down, but the second Queen will get up and in.
Yeah, in that early creep tumor, as you were saying, instead of going for the inject, allows these armies to be so much faster and denying any buildings at all. Bradadiah is at a loss for words here, deciding to make pylons. There is the Forge down, but that Forge is starting to be actually targeted down. Kommatiazo knows the one thing that's really in his way right now is this Forge. If he can get rid of that Forge, he's going to be okay. One cannon goes down, though. Forge is gone, but only one there. And this is looking overwhelming for Kommatiazo. I'd love to see him go for a natural expansion off this, especially floating at 900 minerals.
Yeah, just needs to get up in, like, if this Queen comes up and gets rid of the Mothership core, then there's no defense at all left. It's starting to look like he's going to let the cannon finish, but I don't even think that's enough.
Yeah, I don't know. If that cannon finishes, he's going to be fine, though. I mean, pylon goes down, another pylon down, though, but there's still going to be a little bit of an air to get through. Probe, actually just directly going for that pylon. 10 more links coming out. And, I mean, Spine Crawler's moving forward. That Mothership core is trying to do the tricky micro stuff here, but I don't know if it's going to work, and another Queen should come out. I really, really want to see Kommatiazo take a natural. Obviously, he's probably not going to lose in the position, but he's doing really, really well. Yeah, no, he can't lose.
Fly block now, even for a Protoss player who keeps trying to back up. Yeah.
Even if Bradadiah pushes this back, it's going to be one base to one base. Yeah. So it's still going to, like, you're going to reset the game, basically.
Yeah, very true. And it's hard to see how he would. He could even go back on the back rocks while he's waiting, just in case this ever gets walled off. But now that there's creep there, it really can't be.
I'd like to see Kommatiazo's Spine Crawlers move up into the top of the ramp, so if any units do come out, the Lings can retreat onto them. I mean, you can actually...
He's got them uprooted. Yeah, he's got them uprooted and he hasn't moved them, but yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
There they come.
Probes being pulled, but I mean, even if the probes push us back, there's going to be so much losses. Spine Crawler's finally being moved down. Queen is still there. Lings on the way, or Lings on the kill. I don't know what to say here. On the hunt.
Yep. GG, nice cheese indeed. Well put together, and it does take advantage of kind of what he's seen his opponent do, and works quite well with that.
I just gotta say, I love with this overlay, instead of just canceling Warp Gate, it says Warp Gate denied.